What's up, YouTube? Back to you guys with another great video today. So today we're going to be going over Anton Daniels again. He's actually making a response to O'Shea Jackson and all the video he's made disagreeing with Anton and covering the Anton and Corey Holcomb beef. So let's jump right into it and let's see what Anton has to say today.
O'Shea has probably made no less than 50 videos, right?
That's a fact.
But let me give you all my thoughts on O'Shea, because I know O'Shea likes content to be able to create content for and all of that, and so I'm gonna give him some content because I actually, man, when me and O'Shea first became familiar with each other and we connected, I had so much love and admiration for O'Shea. O'Shea was one of the rare people that actually had my phone number. And we would exchange, I guess, pleasantries, or we would talk occasionally, not that often. And I think that we bonded a little bit more around the time that Kevin Samuels passed away, because it was a time where everybody that had any type of relationship with Kevin whatsoever, we kind of came together, right? Or we kind of seen things a certain way. And I even took some insight from O'Shea. Like, we had a conversation and he was telling me some things about how he monetizes and he does his YouTube channel and stuff like that. And I implemented some of that stuff. And I even shared it with some of you guys inside of some of the mastermind sessions and stuff. And it kind of broke my heart because...
Let me stop it right there, because I do actually remember a live stream that Anton did not too long ago addressing Corey Holcomb, and even spoke on O'Shea. And he specifically said that whenever O'Shea calls him, it's only about gossip. But right here, he's actually stating that O'Shea actually gave him some game on his YouTube stuff and how to actually monetize his videos. And he even liked it so much that he even bothered to share it in his mastermind videos. So it's kind of contradicting right now. Anton's kind of contradicting himself right now, saying that. So which one is it? Was O'Shea only called for gossip, or was it actually some meaningful conversations y'all was having over the phone? But that's my take. Let's continue.
And let me tell you why. It wasn't that we've ever met in person before. It wasn't. But it's certain people that you interact with over a period of time that you kind of have a greater affinity for, a greater level of respect for, because you've had moments in life that was meaningful. Kevin Samuels' death was meaningful, and he was meaningful to all of us, a lot of us anyways. The few conversations that we had on the phone, we've never had a problem whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? So on one hand, I was cool when he was making videos because I understood it, right? I understand content. I understand the game. I understand what come along with it. I'm cool with that, right? But see, the problem that I had and what broke my heart is that because you know me, at least you can be objective. You see what I'm saying? Like, I've never said anything negative to him whatsoever. I've never said anything bad. Like, I can have my opinion about something and say somebody is wrong, but I'm not coming after him, and it doesn't affect me at all. So the breaking my heart part was personal. It wasn't professional. Nothing slows down from a financial perspective. My life is great. My family is great. Everything is awesome. So whatever it was that people was trying to do, or what they thought that they was doing, because in my honest opinion, I believe that they picked the wrong side, obviously. And it's so funny that it played out that way, because I believe that O'Shea is trying to save face right now, if I'm just being objective. And again, I don't have nothing negative to say about him. What hurt me was the fact that he wasn't at the very least objective. He took, when you have my phone number, he could have called me, we could have live streamed, and this doesn't mean that he has to. He has my phone number. He has people that has my phone number. We got mutual friends and shit like that. We actually spoke in real life. He could call me and we could do a live stream or whatever. He taking the advice of God.
So basically what Anton is saying here is whenever O'Shea made those videos talking about how he disagrees with Anton on this topic or that topic, or how he's kind of more so picking Corey Holcomb's side when it came to the beef, uh, what O'Shea would do instead of actually just calling Anton directly, since they had each other's line and everything like that, what he would actually do is he would go and clip videos from other folks talking about the situation or bring other people up who had disparaging things to say about Anton. So Anton doesn't really care for that. And he feels like that was kind of a slight to him. And it's like, why are you going to all these random folks who I don't even know? I've never met in person a day in my life, never spoke to, or none like that. They just got an opinion based off of what they see online, as opposed to me and you can actually just have a conversation about it real time and actually talk about it. Which I can kind of see that. I get what Anton is saying there. Like I said, I don't really think that Anton and O'Shea are close. It's more so associates and friends of a friend. I mean, he said it, they more so bonded when Kevin Samuels passed, God rest his soul. And that's just how they clicked. But I don't think it was as much what Anton's portraying. I think it's more so associates, especially if they ain't speak that much or ever even met each other in real life. Since O'Shea, I believe, lives in Africa, if I'm not mistaken. I couldn't tell you where, but I know he's in Africa. But I would say that me personally, if I was O'Shea, I don't feel the need to call Anton to let him know that I'm going to make a video discussing him. But at the same time, if I want to talk about something about him, then I would at least reach out to get more insight on that situation as opposed to just going straight to other folks who he has got an opinion or trying to dig up some stuff that may be true or maybe not true. Me personally. So I can see it from both sides. I don't think O'Shea owes Anton anything where he had to let him know ahead of time or strictly speak directly to him. But at the same time, as far as like reporting and trying to like be a journalist on the situation and you want to speak on somebody's life or anything they got going on, you got their number. Why not go straight to the source? So I see both sides of the coin on that one. But let's keep going.
Gossip girls. He taking advice of people that ain't never met me in real life before. He's speaking off of rumors and making all of this stuff. And it's like, where's the integrity? Where's the integrity? It's one thing to say that I disagree with Anton on this, or I think he could have handled this differently, or hey, I think that Corey got the best of him on that and all of that other stuff. I don't have no problem with that. That's content. I've never had a problem whatsoever. But isn't it ironic? And I got to point out the timing. I got to be honest. Isn't it ironic that it just so happened to turn when I go on Fresh and Fit and I get cool with Myron and Fresh? Now, I know that he'll never say this. He'll never admit this because he hates Fresh and Fit and he hates Myron. But that's a them problem. That ain't got nothing to do with me. I ain't never spoke on him on a platform. I've never done a hit video about him. And guess what I'm never going to do? I'm never going to do a hit piece or a hit video on O'Shea Duke Jackson. You know why? Because I actually spoke to him in real life. And I've always had the perspective that if I have a disagreement with somebody that I know or somebody that I have their phone number, that I would actually reach out to them behind the scenes. Y'all came at me and said, hey, man, you need to criticize Charleston for this, criticize Charleston for that. And I wouldn't do it. You know why? Because any disagreement that me and Charleston had, we gonna handle behind the scenes. Now I'm gonna defend myself, and then we wind up fixing it like brothers, and that's the difference, right? That's the difference. But I was, and let me be clear, O'Shea owes me nothing. He owes me nothing. I have nothing negative to say about him whatsoever.
Now, addressing that whole thing, because I'm sure a lot of you guys already know, O'Shea does not care for Fresh and Fit at all because Fresh and Fit talk a lot of stuff about content creators behind their back. That's came out, stuff like that. They said crazy stuff about Kevin Samuels when he was alive, and that's why O'Shea doesn't care for them. But I don't really see it, but I do think it's coincidence that once Anton starts getting cool with the Fresh and Fit, and everybody like that, and other people that not Anton, but O'Shea's not cool with. Now he's saying something. Could be a coincidence, maybe. Probably. I think there is some degree to that, but O'Shea's even said it before. The main reason why he doesn't really care for Anton, well, I wouldn't say care for him, but just doesn't rock with him like that anymore, is because of Anton's ideology. And he just thinks that Anton just trashes the black community all the time, like a lot of other people are saying. Which, like I said before, I watch both their contents a lot, and I watch Anton's a lot as well. I don't really see that myself personally. I see Anton talking about a lot of different people from a lot of different communities. He was talking about Asians, Hispanics, blacks, whites. Same talk about everybody. He more so goes after degenerate behavior, especially in the black community, since he himself came from the black community. He's black himself. But I can see if you only see the parts where he's only talking about black folks, how you can take it as him just ragging on the black community and he this and that and all that stuff like that, all those bad words I don't want to say for YouTube and stuff. Yeah, I can think of the words I'm thinking of. Y'all already know what it is. So no, I don't really agree with that, but I can see how people can take that if that's the only content you digest from Anton's channel. Is only the part where he talks about black folks. Now, other people also say that even if he does talk about a bunch of other people, he doesn't ever really come after other conservatives, particularly white conservatives, when they say something outlandish and stuff like that. I've seen him disagree here and there with other conservatives, but never say anything disparaging or crazy. But it is what it is. You know, people gonna receive it how they see it. People gonna take it how they want to take it. It is what it is. I'm not here to change my mind. I'm just telling you how I've seen most of the content, how I digest it, and what I think of it. But let me know your thoughts down below. What you think? Do you think Anton he's caping for the white man, or do you think he just bashes black folks too much?
But I think that the timing was very interesting. That the time that he decided to go against me and make all of these crazy hit pieces about how bad of a father I might be, or all of this stuff. And it's like, oh, wait a minute, this is personal. This is personal. When did this shit turn personal? I find the timing to be suspicious. The minute that it started to turn the other way, because he was making objective videos previously, was when I first was cool with Fresh and Fit. Now, I'm not saying that that's the catalyst. I just find the timing suspicious, right? The second thing is I didn't know that he loved Corey Holcomb as much as he loved Corey Holcomb. I'm assuming that they had some in-person interaction, that they know each other personally, that they've had some phone calls with each other or something like that. I didn't know because he got his gear on, he got all of that stuff on. And so my thing was, all right, it's one thing, because I understand the Dusties. I understand niggas that wanted to be on the show before and didn't have a platform that got under 10,000 subscribers and they built their whole platform on. They may be bitter, right? That's just some bitter baby mama type of shit. That's a different type of energy. I understand that, you know what I'm saying, people feel a certain type of way about the fact that they don't agree with my political stance and stuff like that. Cool. That's something we can have a conversation about, or something that you can disagree about. But when it turned personal, I'm like, damn. And somebody close to me, I'm not going to say who it is, they said, hey, I thought y'all was cool. I said, I thought we was too. I thought we was too. But I guess not. You know what I'm saying? And so then it became personal about this and that and so on and so forth. And it's like, is this a money play?
I would say it was.
I never had a problem with him before. I've never had a problem with him before. Ever. Ever. You said you believe I rubbed him the wrong way when you had Angry Man on and then Fresh and Fit. I didn't know that he was beefing with Angry. Listen. Who you got whatever with is between you and them. And I'm not saying that this is true,
Agreed.
But that's between you and them. That don't have nothing to do with me. We don't talk about OSHAY when I kick it with Fresh, or when I'm talking about Myron, when I'm talking to Myron. Whatever they got going on is between them.
So what I'll say to that as well is O'Shea does have an issue with getting into a lot of folks. He's been in a lot of beefs. He's been on this content game for a long time, and he's gotten cool with a lot of people and fell out with a lot of people. That is something that O'Shea regularly gets into. Some of it you could say is his fault, others not so much. I would even say with this one, it's not so much that he was trying to like start any beef or anything like that. He was more so just speaking his mind and just reporting on the situation and giving his authentic thoughts, and people take it as what it is. But you could definitely see that he was more so picking a side, and he was more so picking Corey Holcomb between that whole thing, and talking about how he doesn't agree with Anton's ideology. So yeah, I would definitely say that's something that O'Shea struggles with, but let's see what else Anton has to say.
You saying you think it was a passport bro conversation that you had, but that wasn't personal to him. If somebody, again, I use this example a lot of times. If somebody say, "Oh man, all black men is broke," I'm not offended by that. I'm not offended by that. So what I think is happening and what people are starting to observe, he got dissed by the person that he picked against me, and it's all because he wasn't being objective. He picked a side. And the one thing that I've learned as a content creator over time that I realize, and it's the reason why I apologize to Fresh and Fit, is that you speak objectively when it's outside of politics. Now, we can criticize politicians because they work for the people it's a different conversation. When we talking about personal situation, you criticize the situation. You don't make it personal. And that's why I wouldn't even say nothing negative about Eric Kirk yesterday, even though the people in the chat that are Republicans was saying that I should, is because I haven't done my own research yet. So if I'm going to speak on something that she says, that's one thing. If I'm going to speak on her personally, and I don't even know her, I feel like I need to do my research now.
That's fair.
And I think that he's still caping. He's still trying to save face. He's still looking for Corey to oh my God, I can't believe it or whatever. So now he's trying to make videos now that Corey says something about him because, now it's like, oh, okay, now I can attack you. And I think it's a character flaw. Objectively, I think it's a character flaw.
So with this one, apparently I haven't seen the video myself, but I heard through the grapevine that Corey recently did a live stream addressing all the YouTubers and bloggers, stuff like that, saying stuff about him. He said something about the lead attorney, Poetic Flacco, Joe Budden, a bunch of other folks. And he even said something about O'Shea and was talking crazy about him. And mind you, O'Shea and the lead attorney never said anything disparaging about Corey Holcomb at all. The only thing the lead attorney said was he was addressing the whole how much can you talk about a public figure as opposed to how much you can talk about a private citizen. And he was just stating that and just disagreeing with what Corey Holcomb had to say about that. He was just talking on the legal side of it. He didn't say nothing crazy to Corey Holcomb, but Corey still took some offense to that, especially since the lead attorney was on Corey Holcomb's show before. And Corey has been crashing out on everybody. For whatever reason, Corey has been crashing on everybody. Nobody safe. And considering that O'Shea was more so taking Corey Holcomb's side between their beef, it's kind of, yeah, it's not the best look now. And not Anton, but O'Shea's. Yeah, it's not the best look, Doc. I'm sure O'Shea will be fine. It is what it is. He'll still just use that as content, making more videos now. He'll also be talking about Corey and stuff like that. But it is a little weird that the guy whose t-shirts and jerseys you've been wearing and you've been supporting him, he's talking crazy about you, even though most did just disagree on certain topics. But oh well.
And it's unfortunate because he's been doing this for a long time. He's been doing this for a long time. He's been in the game for a long time. And I don't know what the issue is. I even reached out behind the scenes because the number that I had for him had changed. And I reached out to a girl that we know, a mutual girl that we know. And I said, hey, give him my number. And it wasn't even because I was doing it for me. I was reaching out because, and I don't want to name no names or whatever, somebody asked me to reach out because they didn't understand why he was talking negatively about them, because he had been basically tearing them down and all of this stuff, right? And I was like, damn. All right, so I reached out to the girl and said, hey, if you got his new number, give him my number and tell him to hit me up or whatever. And I'm not telling y'all that y'all need to unfollow him. Let's be clear. I'm telling you how it bothered me as a regular person that knows you, that spoke to you, that it bothered me. This is what I'm speaking about. I'm speaking about the fact that it bothered me that this happened. Really, I'm keeping it 100. It bothered me because it's like, I don't know, that other chick, the fatback out there, I don't know her, so we'll deal with her accordingly. But it did. It bothered me. It really did bother me that my family started getting included. It wasn't no slowdown. It wasn't no, yo, you know what, man, this is, all right, hold on for a second. It wasn't none of that. It was just like, now fuck him. And I'm like, but I know you. Never got a call. And he don't owe me nothing or nothing. So I'm not telling y'all that y'all need to unfollow somebody. You ain't got to pick sides. If you rock with me and you love what I do here on the Millionaire Morning Show and on the Anton Daniels channel on Room 9, fuck with me. If you like his content and you rock with him and you rolling with him and you like what he put out, fuck with him. Like, don't ever unsubscribe. I ain't never told y'all to do this. I ain't never told y'all to attack nobody, and I ain't never told y'all to unsubscribe from somebody. If you like what somebody does, fuck with them. Don't.
Hey, all right, man. Add one more thing to that too. Fuck with your boy too. Hit that subscribe button. God damn it. Fuck with me too. I don't just fuck with these two. Fuck with your boy. But enough about that. Let's get back into this.
Don't unsubscribe because you feel like you have to pledge an allegiance. You can rock with both.
And hit that notification bell too. I almost got that part.
I'm not telling you that if you like somebody, you don't have to not like them because I have a disagreement about whatever it is that they rock with. No. It don't take away from the fact that he's a good content creator. OSHAY is a good content creator. He's a pioneer. He's created great videos. He's objectively on a lot of different issues, covered a lot of stuff, and he's built a platform. And he's also, you know what I'm saying, been a something that has put people on and been a pioneer in the space. He's really good at what he does. He's helped a lot of people. This don't take away from the things that he did in the past. I personally didn't understand the inability to be objective when I've never, ever said anything or did anything to him, is what I'm saying. Criticism.
I think I'll stop it right there. I think we kind of got everything for the most part. Go ahead and do that real quick. So my whole take on this whole thing is, one, I think Anton Daniels, he thought that they were a lot more cool than what they really were. And I wouldn't say that he thinks OSHAY owed me loyalty, but more so figured there should be more decorum, if you will, between the two. And that he could have reached out. Like I said, me personally, if I was OSHAY, I would have reached out not so much out of loyalty, but more so if I wanted to speak on a subject and I wanted to get more info. And yes, the more journalist side in me, I want to go get it out the horse's mouth before I go reach out and talk to a bunch of other random folks who don't even know Anton personally to speak on a subject regarding him and his life. You know what I mean? That's just me. But I can see it from both sides. Like I said, Anton, he thought that they were a lot cooler than what they really were. I never saw that. And OJ's even said before, they're just more so associates and they is friend of a friend, cool, whatever. The other thing is, like I said before, OSHAY, since he does a lot of commentary and speaks on a lot of different subjects, and he puts a lot of people on and is involved with a lot of other content creators and stuff, it always ends up kind of being some rift or something like that a lot of times between different people that he's worked with. It's happened to Anton before too. This isn't the first time. I think he got into it with a couple of content creators back when he was defending Pearl, that little white girl or whatnot. And a lot of content creators weren't messing with Anton anymore because he was standing up for her back when she what was it? She brought on that one racist dude. Nick Fuentes, there we go. Nick Fuentes. So it happens in the content creation world from what I've seen. People are gonna pick sides for a reason when they see you take position on something. It happens all the time. So it's not the first time. But I can kind of see each side and how each side may have messed up here or been right there. I see it from both. I see it from both sides. Like I said, I've watched both of them for years now. I like both their contents. So I wish nothing but the best for both of them. Do I think they can mend this? Yeah, I don't think it's anything that they can't come back from. Like I said, the main thing with O'Shea is he just thinks that Anton is rags on the black community, and he doesn't care for the black community like that, which I don't see it that way. He cares, yes, in his own way, and he goes about talking about it and handling it in his own way. But it is what it is. Do I think they will? Eh, 50-50, 50-50. But that's about all I really have to say on that. I am pretty sure that O'Shea has made a response. So I'll probably make a part two to that pretty soon and upload that and see what O'Shea has to say to that. And it's O'Shea, of course, he's gonna make a response to this. It's O'Shea. He makes a lot of videos, as both do. But other than that, go ahead and drop down comments down below what you guys think. Do you think Anton's wrong? Do you think O'Shea's wrong? Do you think they'll amend everything together? Who's right? All this jazz. Let me know down below. Like, comment, subscribe, share the video. Please share that video and everything like that. Other than that, I'll get you guys next time. Peace.